Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another daily analysis here with your boy, DTA. Now, I know that, I took some time away from doing my daily content posts, but that was for a good reason. As you all know, everybody has a life, right? And my life over the last couple of days was spent presenting my research at a conference. So all of my energy and time was focused on there, but AMP was still on my mind. So without further ado, let's hop into today's daily analysis. First things first, huge shout out to the AMP Tokens subreddit. We are now at 29,100 members. This is huge. I remember when the AMP token subreddit was just at 10,000, right? So the fact that AMP is growing so hugely in terms of the community and people who are, taking the time to dive into the subreddit, that's just amazing. So huge shout out to, the whole Ant Token subreddit. If you haven't joined yet, make sure that you do. So let's hop into today's charts to see what's going on. So, like I said previously, anytime, a market structure breaks to the downside, 80% of the time, we will see a retest to get back to the previous support. And that's exactly what we're seeing with today's daily candle. Now, we do have some bull presence today, September 2nd, and buying volume right now is at 75 million, right? This is pretty good starting off, but ideally, we do want to see buying volume above 113 million. Why 113 million? Because anytime we see 113 million in buying volume or more, we tend to see a market reversal to the upside. Anything less than that, we see continuous movement to the downside. So, after all of the selling pressure that happened over the last 3 days because of the cream finance exploit, we are starting to retest to get back to our previous support at the 6 cents level. Now, if we take a look at our intraday charts, we can see exactly how that's looking. So let's look at the 4 hour to see what's going on. So just kind of zooming in on a 4 hour, we can see that, we are sort of leveling out and making our approach to get back to the 6 cents level, which is our initial support zone, right? Now, the interesting thing about the 4 hour chart today is that we are seeing, quite a bit of long wicks at the top of these candles, which is indicating that there is some selling pressure still present. Now, I don't know who these sellers are, right? It could be a combination of early AMP investors. It could be, AMP investors who got into Flexa when Flexa was raising money during its private rounds. Or it could be, people who are just fed up with AMP. They're impatient. They want to get out. They want to, capitalize and see gains in other tokens, right? So it could be a combination of any of those three. But, in any case, we are seeing selling pressure right here. So once this retest, happens, it could play out in one or two ways, right? We could either break above it, come back down to retest to make sure that, this support is going to hold for us. And then we could possibly see continued upward movement to get back above the 0.062 range and possibly break to the upside to the top of our range in the way that we were consolidating previously, right? Just sort of going back. It's very possible that we could go back up to here, right? Now, if that doesn't play out, right, it's possible that we could, hit the bottom of our range like we've been doing right now for today's candle at the 0.058 to the 0.06 range. And we could consolidate just a little bit. But if we do see a double top here, that means that selling pressure is consistent, selling pressure is strong, and we could possibly break to the downside, bringing us to the lower 5 cents level. So those are just two scenarios that could happen. Just being realistic, not being overly bullish, not being overly bearish, just being realistic about what could happen, right? There's always two sides to a story. There's a bull case and there's a bear case. So I want to make sure that everybody has a complete understanding of what could happen. All right. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to do my best to try to deliver content each and every day, not on the weekends, but mainly the weekdays, so everybody can stay informed and, being patient. you know. I think that even if we do come down to the 0.055 level or the lower 5 cents range, that is the prime time to build your short-term portfolio, right? If you have a long-term portfolio for AMP, you shouldn't be worried about anything that's going on. If you have a short-term portfolio for AMP, then I think that you should really take advantage of any time the market dips to lower your average cost or to dollar cost average. All right. So until tomorrow, DTA is out.